Eliminating overwhelming credit card debt can be the first step to building a successful financial future for you and your family. Hadi Dejamal with Debt Redemption Texas Debt Relief is here with important information for those dealing with credit card debt. So nice to meet you. Welcome to Texas today.
Thank you. I am so happy to be here.
We need some help. So if some of us are dealing with a lot of debt, maybe $20,000 to $100,000 in debt, what are our options? What can we do?
You know, debt is something that so many people are struggling with, especially right now. And sometimes just knowing that you have options can provide a little bit of relief all by itself. But you do have a few options. And one of them is a debt consolidation loan of up to $100,000, which can sometimes fix the problem. And if you need help shopping for that loan, we have an affiliate platform of lenders that can actually help with that. Another thing is credit counseling, which can lower your interest. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. The other thing is we have a Texas Debt Relief Program, which actually negotiates reducing the balance, and that can sometimes, with the program payment, bring that payment to be less than half of what the minimum payment.
Seriously?
Yes, and you can get that resolved in somewhere between 24 to 48 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are great news.
It is good news, yeah.
And I know you have some graphs for us so that you can explain that better to us.
Absolutely. Look, when we're talking about all these numbers, we can get a little lost. So we just want to be able to see something visually. Now, we have an example up here. $50,000 of credit card debt is a common number that we work with. And the first thing we want to talk about is payments. When you got $50,000 of credit card debt and a high interest rate, you can have a monthly payment of, as you can see here, $2,000 a month. That can be pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Now, if you do a debt consolidation loan or credit counseling, you can get that lower to closer to about $1,000 a month. And if you do our Texas Debt Relief Program, we can get that to about $750 a month.
Wow.
And get that resolved anywhere from 24 to 48 months.
That's a big difference right there.
Absolutely. Now, the next component of resolving debt is going to be the amount that you pay overall. Now, if you see here, sometimes we borrow $50,000, but by the time we've paid it all off, we're paying almost double what we borrowed, which is about $100,000. Now, with your debt consolidation loan or credit counseling, we can maybe get that around the mid-60s. And with the Texas Debt Relief, you can sometimes get that lower than the $50,000 you actually borrowed.
Wow, so we will be saving a lot of money.
Yes, and saving money is what you want to do, especially when you're in the process of lowering debt. And the last thing we want to talk about is the time. Now, we know that when you're paying a debt off, it could take a lot of time, sometimes 20 plus years if you're just making the minimum payments. But with a debt consolidation loan or credit counseling, you can get that somewhere between 6 and 5. But with the Texas Debt Relief Program, we're talking 24 to 48 months, depending on your budget and how quickly you want to resolve it.
I'm loving those graphs. Thank you for sharing those with us. Okay, what if we have a little bit more than $100,000 in debt? Can you still help us?
Absolutely. You know, and it's funny that you asked that because we actually specialize in high income earners who may be struggling with high debt situations. Sometimes it can be over $100,000 in just credit card alone. And our Texas debt specialists are very experienced with these type of situations. But sometimes, you know, having $20,000 or $30,000 worth of debt is also a struggle for a lot of families, and we can help with that too.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I definitely learned a lot today. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
If you or someone you know has $20,000 to $100,000 or more of credit card debt or personal loans and need a path to financial freedom, call Debt Redemption Texas Debt Relief now at 800-290-3499 or visit debtredemption.com/NBC5 for a no obligation consultation.